Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, aunties and uncles and everybody else? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review, where I will be letting you know what happened on The Equalizer, y'all. This show come on CBS Sunday nights. I love the show. Queen Latifah, yeah, she's a star. We got, what's that woman's name? Something Batiste. I forget her name. She's Aunt Vi, and we got some newbies I've never seen before until this show. Big ups to them. And then they have some, sometimes they have some major players come through and play different characters. And this particular week, David Banner, his fine self, was on playing a security guard. Good for him. He did a real good job. Big ups to David Banner. Yes. You know, my favorite song by David Banner is Play. Ooh, baby. I mean, he been looking like he want to get played with when I've been watching him on Instagram. I ain't even gonna hold you. Listen, this is grown folks television. This is grown folks commentary. So if you got kids, put them somewhere because I'll start cussing in about 10 minutes. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm good and grown. Like I said, hey, what's up, aunties and uncles? I'm an auntie too. So, it is what it is. Let me get to my notes, child, because I got electronic notes now. No more paper shuffling when I'm looking through my notes, so I got my electronic notes. So I'm just gonna be click-clacking, looking at my notes. So listen, The Equalizer was good, right? Again, how it comes on is the first part of the show that show us why Robin, who's played by Queen Latifah, will be doing her thing and, being the vigilante of the community, getting things together. So we see this woman shopping. Her little, 5-year-old is on a little tricycle riding his bike, saying hi to everybody, excuse me. And she's at the cash register doing her thing. I'm like, first of all, I already know he gonna either fall down the escalator, something gonna happen to the boy because she ain't watching him. And again, I blame her for everything that's going on in this episode. And she crying and caring. I ain't even got to that part. Hold on. Wait. I'm going too fast. Because it irks my jerk when parents don't parent their children. Somebody 5 years old. When I was little, look, growing up, we had to stick by our parents' side at 5. I'm going to say he's 5. At 5 years old, we ain't never been allowed to go nowhere outside of where our parents can, or whoever we with, to see us. We got to be right there in front of them. We never walked behind the grown folk. We walked in front of the grown folk because their eyes have to be on us because they have to watch us. And the mama wasn't watching them. Guess what? He ended up disappearing. Don't know what happened. He on his little tricycle, bumping into Robin and Dee as she's shopping for prom dresses because she's in her last year of high school. And they said, oh, it's so bad that this boy's holding conversation and the mama way over there, a good 20 yards away, don't even hear the boy talking, but she just know he's around somewhere. Ain't that nothing? She at the register handling business while this little 5-year-old, 4.5, 5, maybe 6, is talking to strangers. Now, what happened to stranger danger? Ain't you a child? Anyway, like I said, mama fault. So next thing you know, she looking for him. All we see is a tricycle with no boy on it somewhere over there. She's like, Dylan, Dylan. And then Queen Latifah, Robin and Dee was like, uh-oh, Dylan missing. And that's all she wrote. Next thing you know, that's the premise of the show. So the whole thing is trying to find this little boy who got took from the mall. They're at the mall, right? So the mama frantic and then phone. They better come over and ask the security guard, ask her all the right questions, but Robin's telling him what he need to do. He's like, listen, man, I'm just trying to handle. She said, listen, she's telling him all the important things, and he don't even know who she is or whatever, but he know that she's affiliated with Popo. So Popo coming and everything, and she's like, call Popo, shut this place down, and of course, all the cameras ain't working. It's blind spots, yada yada. So off rip, Robin thinks that the boy is not there no more. It's safe to say. Just saying. Okay, so let me stick to my notes a little bit, child, because again, watch your children. I know this is fiction, but this is just like real life because they're always taking real life situations and turning them into this show, making it exciting and everything for us to see. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and read from my notes, child. So like I said, Robin's real aggressive, but the security guard listens, and then they find his clothes in the hallway, child, and his jacket and pants. So she already know he's out of here. So they contact Harry and Mel, because Mel's over there with Harry, because that's her husband, and they give him all the deets. So next thing we know, we see Aunt Vi. She accepts Captain Popo over because he wants to explain himself for his aggressiveness with an innocent young black boy in the streets. And pretty much he's just letting her know that it is what it is. And she's like, well, of course it is what it is. And that's part of the problem. I'm paraphrasing. And so she's just like, I don't know about this because, dating you and you got this attitude and everything. So then at the same time that they're talking, Dee comes home, tells a story, and then he said, well, I got to go out and canvass the neighborhood. And she said, well, you want some company? He's like, yeah, come on. So they stop fighting. They're out there looking for the boy too and everything. So next thing we see, Detective Dante comes, and he's, trying to help out. And Harry got some intel on what's going on. So on the cameras, Robin sees a guy recording kids playing at this little playground part, right? And so they give the info to Harry to look into. And next thing you know, they see some intel where the man they got intel on the man's phone. So then they find out the man's at a park. So I figured this dude is some creepy dude videotaping kids. So Detective Dante and Robin go to the park, find the man that they saw on the tape that same day, videotaping, right? So he looks at them and they look at him and he takes off running. So Detective Dante tells him to stop. Now, he didn't say stop police. He just said stop running. Now, we all know when Popo is running after you, they're supposed to identify themselves. So, I don't know what that's about. But anyway, so they talk to the man, find out that he's recording the adults. He's one of those vigilante people that you may have seen online where they tattletale on suspecting or actual pedos, Adobe's, PDF files, and he's recording adults as they look at his phone. Yeah, he's recording the adults. He ain't recording the kids. So then they look around and he's like, have you hear about what happened? He's like, yeah, but I don't know nothing about the boy, yada, yada. So they want him. So he has a website that he uploads things that are very, that are something very word. So I wouldn't say very no more. I'm not going to say very no more. So the dude that they so-called apprehended, that they find out is actually helping out the situation. he got in trouble with Popo because he actually found somebody who was doing wrong, trying to kidnap a young girl of sorts, putting her in a van. They told him don't do anything, but he tried to stop it anyway, regardless. So he kind of has been warned by local authorities to not do that again, but thanks for your help type of thing, you know. So he's like, I'm going to continue because he let it slip that something happened to him when he was a kid. So he's a survivor, and he's going to help regardless. So Popo, help or not, he's going to do what he can to prevent what happened to him and to prevent what almost happened to that girl. Luckily, the girl was saved, so he know he did a good job, and he ain't going to stop. I say don't let him go. Let him keep doing what he's doing because you know, he has the right intention. So it is what it is. Anyway, so he has a website that he uploads all of his videos on that shows things that need to be shown, you know, so that people can watch out for these people. And so they ask him to upload any footage, you know, to text to send the videos to Robin of any footage of what he recorded at the mall. Maybe there's something that could, you know, jog someone's memory. That's good. I'm glad that they ran into that man. Next, we see Dee. She's passing out flyers because she told Robin that she can help out. She, you know, has pictures of the little boy. Her friends can go on social media. They can just make it, you know, very. Here I go with that damn fairy word again. They can make it extremely. They can go ahead and put the word out. So, you know, they can make it go viral type of thing. And she's like, that's a good idea. I'm glad you're here. So she making flyers. That's why she had to go home and get some more stuff when she ran into Aunt Vi and Captain Popo. So she's back at the mall passing out flyers. Her friends are helping. Anybody who's there is helping. She has like 1,000 flyers, and she meets a woman. Luckily, she does. Woman thinks she saw the little boy with a couple getting into a car because he was screaming and crying. But she said, what little kid don't be screaming and crying when they with their parents? But she said they were parked in the handicapable spot without any handicapable plates. You know, we see things, we don't really think nothing's going on until something going on. So luckily, that woman stayed around. Dee called her mom. Her mom came, told Robin exactly what transpired, and then Robin had Harry look at the footage to see about the car, and that's the lead. So Harry got the car, make and model, everything. People who own it, they look real shady, like something wrong with them, like they own all kind of substance. You know, they look like they looking, y'all. This ain't no discrimination. We know what folks look like when they own a whole lot of substance. Come on now. So yeah, they going through the motions, trying to find out who the car belonged to. The next thing you know, we see Aunt Vi and Captain Popo. They talk. He, you know, she tells him her brother's story, which was a case of, you know, police brutality. And instead of her brother taking it not the wrong way, but he turned it around and started to be more vigilant and teach other people what to do when they are harassed by Popo and everything. And it's not, I mean, the fact that he had to do that is an issue. And that's the whole point that Aunt Vi was trying to make to Captain Popo. But Captain Popo was like, listen, my life is on the line 24/7. And if I don't act the way I need to act, I could lose my life. And then she tells him, well, you know, sad you said that, because at the same time, my brother, as he got older, you know, he became the same brother now, became a cop, and, you know, was murked in the line of duty type situation by someone who Captain Popo is describing as who he's trying to prevent from happening to him. But she and him kind of, you know, get back into liking each other. Well, she get back into liking him, so it looks like they're gonna be a couple situation. I'm like, girl, you should let that man alone because how he treated that young black man, and he black too. For me, it's just no excuse because we see time and time again. Where's the compassion? Where's the empathy? You didn't even have to go there with that young man. And first of all, the call that he got from the previous episode was not like it was a carjacking or, the suspect is armed and dangerous or, all eyes on deck. It was just like a robbery of sort. I'm like, and if it was that serious and dangerous, you wouldn't have taken Vi with you to stop anybody. Hello. So the whole point that I'm trying to make is that whole situation. Vi was right on the money when as it happened. Girl, leave that popo alone and let him go popo. Anyway, just to show y'all, that's just how I feel about it. You can find you another copy if you want somebody who's more like Dante. Just saying. He ain't got nobody, child. His daddy see now. Anyway, what else happened, child? Looking at my notes. Oh, okay. So they go back to the mall situation. Mom is going crazy because the popo want to take her back and do her fingerprints so that anything that because of the clothes that they found, they want to rule out her prints. First of all, you ain't got to rule out my prints. Just go print the clothes, meaning fingerprint. Go fingerprint the stuff, and if nothing comes back, then nobody's in the system. You don't need my prints to rule out nothing. That's all I got to say. You don't need my print. Whoever prints is on there and you pull them up in the system and it don't look like me, hello? Get on it. Anyway, maybe I don't know police work, but anyway, they want to rule out her prints off of it. Girl, I mean, just pull the prints. Anyway, so Robin's trying to convince her to go with them and Dee can come with you because you need to do all this. And then Robin tells her, your son is not in the mall anymore. We believe he has been taken out of the mall and we're looking for him. So just go to the popo office and do what you got to do. And again, it's all your fault, mama, for not keeping an eye on your child. He is 5. He can barely go to the bathroom by himself. And here you go, turning your back while he riding his tricycle through wherever he riding it. And then, as just to prove my point, when they have surveillance camera, you know how the stores are inside and you have to walk away in the mall area. They got the boy going out of the department store into the regular mall area, riding his little tricycle, and then coming back in. So this boy's all over doggone mall. And she don't even come looking for him, because usually if we turn our back for a minute, because we've all done it, we don't have the child by the hand. We might be looking at something. They may kind of walk off and we look. It's like, come on. Or we may have to go grab them, but we can see them as they walk off. Nah, she's looking for him. Like, where is he? But anyway, like I said, it's mama's fault. And she better pay all that money back. Because it was her fault. Anyway, so let me get off of the mama. Where was I? Oh, yeah, so Dee go back with the mama to the police station so they can do the prints and everything. Then we'll see the Detective Dante called saying that the suspect's car is across the town. And Robin was like, that's near me. I'm on my way. So Robin and Mel go find the car. And thanks to Harry, he got them right on their heels, on their tracks. So Robin speeds up, gets in front of him. Mel's in her car, and she blocks him in. They kind of block him in, and so the couple in the car got the car and start running. Of course, that didn't work, child, because they got them real quick, and so they hemmed them up with they Smith and Wessons and carrying on. Come to find out that they sold the child for $3,000. They're like, what? The kid wasn't even in the car, child, by then. Mind you, it's only been, maybe 2 hours, maybe 3? So they said that they found this guy, apparently, again, like I said, for $3,000. We know where the money went. It was so bad, they spent the money already. Child. Anyway, so they apparently the thing was that this couple that they pulled over thinking the little boy was in a car. They sold the boy to somebody that they met somewhere already. So apparently, right when they left the mall, they delivered the boy, got their $3K to a guy. They just said he was in a blue hat. So luckily, Robin remembered the dude that her and Detective Dante confronted at the park, said that he had some footages of things that, he's found and whatnot. So Harry looks into his website and they see on different occasions and at the mall area that day and at the park and everywhere else that there was a guy with a blue hat. And then they canvassed the area. This is just real cool. And then they canvassed the area showing, okay, let's find all the PDF files in the area. It's too broad. Then they said, well, usually they like to, do business around in a certain, area, a certain square footage area of the incident. So if they're at the mall, they're going to do a smaller radius. And then he got to where he pinpointed it. I guess they went on Megan's Law and looked up, PDFs within that particular area that narrowed it down. So then they pulled up the photos and then they pulled up the pictures with the guy with the blue hat, but it was a little too fuzzy. However, they matched up the photos from Megan's Law with the fuzzy pictures from the guy's website, and they got 2 matches, maybe 3. So Detective Dante went to one house, Mel went to one house, and Robin went to the other house. Luckily, Robin went to the right house, child. The boy was in there. The boy was in there. So she finally go in. She kind of hears rumblings and everything. And so she goes in and then come to find out there's a lot of cameras. So Mel is with her too. And they're looking throughout the house, right? Man, let me tell you, this rescue thing was just awesome. And they find the little boy in the room coughing because the house looks like it's about to go up in smoke. And she's worried about she got to find this boy. So then Mel takes the boy outside and, covers him up and everything and protects him as they go back outside. And she wants to find anybody else in the house. There could be more victims. But then she finds the actual PDF file that had the boy. And he then took some pills, talking about he gonna off himself. The house is going up in smoke. No fire. It's just the house is going up in smoke. And then she made him vomit out all of what he took because, she ain't gonna let him go out like that. She want him to pay for his crime. So then she knocked him out, carried him out of the house, child, just so that he can get arrested. Ain't that some mess? I mean, like, dang, for real? That's how the boy was found. So then she brings him to the precinct with the mama, and she better pay for all that because it was her fault. Yeah. So then we see a happy ending, and then we see Aunt Vi come home, and she's all giggling like a schoolgirl, and Robin and Dee's at the house like, what's going on with you? Aunt Vi was like, well, after we found out that the boy was safe, me and Captain Popo had a nice day. Ain't that nothing? So they all know that Aunt Vi forgave him like a fool. Anyway, and she's just getting everything, and she'll give him another try. I guess everybody deserves a second chance, but well, you already know how I feel about it. Anyway, that was it. Again, Robin saves the day, but it's the mama's fault, and I'm gonna bet my money on it. Everybody knows it's the mama's fault. She should have been watching her baby. Then nobody would have taken her baby. Hello, but that's lesson learned. Don't let your kid run off if you don't see him. And now 10, 11 is different, but still, if they're a child, keep them with you because they're gonna kidnap teenagers. You see, I don't know if you're on Instagram like that, but every week I'm seeing a teenager getting missing. So protect the children. That was it, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will catch you next time. Bye, y'all. Rain, all day. Rain.